Climb the ranks in Marvel Rivals with these 20 plus tips and tricks. Tip 1 is optimize your settings and prioritize getting the most FPS possible. The more FPS, the more damage you can do, apparently, because there's some weird bug going around where the higher your FPS, the more damage you can do on like Wolverine, on Star-Lord, blah blah blah. Hopefully the developers fix it, but currently, like, if you've got high FPS, you're doing more damage. You've got more mobility. Essentially, you're just trying to reduce input lag. Tip 2 is ergonomic controls. Customize your controls for maximum comfort and efficiency. I highly recommend mapping your melee button to your thumb button instead of the V button on your mouse and keyboard. You want to be able to access it quick, and you need to weave your melee whenever you can. Tip 3 would be customizing hero specific crosshairs, or for example the settings like Spider-Man. Change your automatic swing to manual swing so you can like swing off the ground and do some mobility combos. Another thing I did on Spidey as well was the right click and the left click. I swapped them around, so left click is shoot and right click is the melee. It just feels more natural from all the FPS games I've played throughout the years. Tip 4 is playing to survive, not to die. Don't dive headfirst into 1v6 situations. Focus on staying alive and supporting your team and attacking together. Tip 5 is group up and stay aware and dive at the right time. Stick with your team and maintain map awareness. Knowing where your allies and enemies are is crucial in this game. Tip 6 is use good comms. Communication is key in Marvel Rivals. Use voice chat or text chat to call out targets, enemy positions and incoming attacks. You're going to climb higher if you're using voice comms and you're active and you're being productive. Tip 7 is don't rage and stay calm. Tilt happens, salt happens, but try to stay calm and focused. Raging will only hinder your performance, and if you are a rager, keep it to yourself, don't bring the vibe of the team down. Tip 8 is ultimate timing. Don't waste your ultimate when your team is dead or unable to capitalize on it. Coordinate your ultimates with your teammates for maximum impact and try and aim for like a choke point or on the point or something that makes sense. Don't just pop it randomly. Tip 9 is cover and escape routes. Always be near cover or have an escape route planned. This will help you survive ambushes and disengage from unfavorable fights, and you want to sort of like peek in and out of cover. If you're playing like a poke character, you want to dip in and out, dip in and out. If you're playing a dive character, you want to come from a weird angle, especially a high angle. Tip 10 is health pack locations. Learn the locations of all the health packs on each map. This will allow you to quickly heal up and get back into the fight. Know where your healer is at all times and protect your healers, guys. Tip 11 is high ground advantage. Try to take the high ground whenever possible. This gives you a better vantage point and makes it harder for enemies to hit you, and it makes it easier for you to shoot them. Tip 12 is combo with your teammates. Coordinate your abilities with your teammates to create powerful combos. For example, combine crowd control abilities with high damage ultimates. Tip 13 is body blocking. Use your character's body to block enemies trying to escape or to protect your teammates. Tip 14 is to stagger the enemy on the respawns. Let's say you wipe the team and there's one little straggler left. Rather than killing that straggler, especially if it's a support, bully them, body block them for as long as possible, and then just before the team gets there, you kill them and you get like an extra, couple of seconds on the respawn. So you're always trying to like squeeze these seconds out of the game to put you in an advantage. Tip 15 is using unpredictable movement. Never run in a straight line. You need to be like AD left-right strafing to make yourself harder to hit. Tip 16 is jumping can sometimes be a trap. If you're against good players and you keep jumping, it's quite a predictable pattern, so try and spice up your movement. If you're falling from a high height onto someone, it is quite easy to track the head and land a headshot. Tip 17 is baiting the enemy and baiting the cooldowns. So A, you can lure them into a corner where your team is, and B, you can bait their cooldowns, run away, and then come at them when you've got full cooldowns and now you know they don't have cooldowns. Tip 18 would be learn how to push, pull, and claim space. So you need to know when you should be pushing forward and when you should be disengaging. And it's all around enemy cooldowns, ultimate usage, the position you've got on the map. Like, you need to work with your team. Like, when should I be rushing forward? When should I be disengaging? The more people on comms, the easier this is to work out. Number 19 is practice makes perfect. The more you play, the better you'll become. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new things, but get really good at a couple of characters. Tip 20 would be analyse replays. Watch your replays to identify your mistakes and areas for improvement, and you can also watch top players as well. So tip 21, 22, we'll just keep going. You need to watch high streamers that narrate the gameplay so they can explain why they're tackling objectives the way they are, why they're coming from that angle, blah blah blah, and then watch like gameplay of the top 1 players of your character. I'm going to stop counting the tips, but let's continue. Good positioning. You need to always be aware of your surroundings and try to maintain a favourable position, either a high ground or you need to channel your cooldowns into a choke point where multiple people are going to be. Instead of just spamming your attacks down a choke point as well, focus on securing picks on key targets. If you're just like chaining into the tank over and over again, the tank's doing his job and absorbing those bullets. You need to be looking for key picks and key targets. So go on a different flank, go from a different angle, like figure something else out. Finally, take breaks, do a workout, get your blood flowing, go get some fresh air, go touch some grass. A healthy mind and healthy body will improve your gameplay. If you're on a loss streak, sometimes you just need a reset. There's over 20 tips there. It got a bit waffly towards the end, they always do, but leave some tips and tricks down below for other people. What are you playing in Marvel Rivals? I made a game, it's called Battle Babes, it's on Steam, the winter sale is live right now, play it if you want. Love you all, hasta la vista, peace.